walking around downtown Indianapolis. It's Canal Street, or Canal Walk. We're gonna walk up to the canal. This. I saw statues and stuff. Joan of Salk. Walking around. Let's see over here. We have. This was the Glick Peace Walk we were just doing. I'll walk around Indianapolis. Check for walk down to this canal. See what it all looks like. It's my first time doing all this. That's a store for pots and pans. These here, they light up. Put little lights in them and stuff. Nice little decoration because we're on this little walk. Little walk down to the canal, walk around downtown Indianapolis a little bit. Show you some of the sights we have here. Indianapolis is a beautiful city. You gotta go underneath this construction up here. So just trying this out for the first time. Going live just to see how this works. Hello there, Georgia. We're walking through Indianapolis right now. It's my first time going live on something like this. But my channel is all about traveling and helping families find new places to take their kids or just little places to visit. We sometimes we go on cruises and we do other stuff, but today just taking a stroll down our city. So you can see down there is the stadium. That's where Colts play. We can walk to that and get closer to that here. But like I said, it's just me today, but I'm a family YouTube channel that we don't do a lot of the crazy stuff or a lot of the challenges. Hi everybody, I'm trying to figure out how to work this screen and everything. We're doing good. It's just me today walking around. My wife and kids decided to stay home. Well, my daughter had to work. But we're just kind of walking up here to this canal right now, which is in downtown Indianapolis. Hello. All right, how you doing? This is nice little homes here that obviously people stay in. Like, I know it's probably idiotic to say, but yeah, that's where people stay. But up here at this canal, I'm doing good. Like I said, my name's Dustin, and just walking around the city, Indianapolis. We're almost up to the canal. This is a gated little neighborhood down here in Indianapolis. But now this canal we're going to, well, here goes the little park for it. Say. Laid out the one I live at, and you just pointed at. You lived there or something? No. But we're doing good. This is the canal, the river walk. See, here goes a park. Beautiful little park kids play at out here in Indianapolis. Here goes, this is the canal that goes kind of the middle of Indianapolis. You see, you can rent the little swans that you can ride on. That's cool if you live down here. I just got down here to the canal. You can probably see me. But we're just down here kind of walking around. I'll go walk up by the stadium here in a minute. Hello. Just a nice little walk. Let's actually go the other way, because this is going away from the stadium and all this cool stuff. There's more fountains and stuff this way. Where everybody comes down and hangs out and just kind of, spends the day. Come down here. We was down here last weekend doing the Pokemon Go Fest. Me and the kids were down here. Pokemon ended up. Didn't get nothing good. Got a couple of shinies, but nothing to call home about and be happy. I was kind of disappointed with it this year. But that seems to be the past couple years. But we're going to walk this way. We'll walk up to the stadium. There goes a nice little plaque for this park that's right here. There's a nice little, got a ship and stuff on there, kind of cool. But this is an actual pretty long canal. You can rent paddle boats and walk through the city. They have they even have gondolas down here. I don't know if we'll see one of those. I don't know if they're going or not. They have gondolas down here. And sometimes we get a bad rap, but Indianapolis is a pretty, for the most part, chill city to live in and work in. We have a lot of events that happen here. We get most of major concerts and most of major events here. We got the Indy 500 that comes, Brickyard 400. Then we're some big IndyCar and NASCAR race, bringing a lot of people that like to come here and go to those events. I've been to them a couple of times. Track is huge. But you ever come down to the city, you can follow this around. Takes you to some of the museums and stuff we're going to come to up here. Hello. As you can see, everybody's friendly. People talk to you. They wave and say hi. Especially down here on the canal. You can see on the other side, they're doing construction. They did have construction on this side, but they're doing something on the sidewalk, so you actually get to walk out underneath the water, or underneath it, over the water. Listen to me. You get to walk over the water because they're fixing the sidewalk over there. So that's neat. I know last week they had it up here somewhere where the sidewalk was under construction. But then we have all these like apartment buildings and where you can stay here on the canal, live. Yeah, these are all people's houses on either side. Crane in the distance, got more stuff going on. But yeah, this is our city we live in. Like I said, when we get closer, we got museums. We got the big Marat in the background, which, see if I can get you closer. They put stuff on the front and the side of it. So right now it's for the WNBA. So it says the floor is ours for the Fever. And they've got stuff on the front that we'll go up there and see. Duckies. But they've got stuff up there that we can see. But they put pictures on that hotel for all sorts of reasons, all sorts of occasions. Anything from when the 500 comes in town, or the Pacers, or the WNBA. Here goes one of those gondolas I was telling you guys about. But there's there. They have another one that actually might be up here. They actually have the big oar that they use in the back and push off and go around. I seen one time they had somebody singing on them. So, like I said, I'm just a YouTube channel starting out. Give me a follow, give me a like. I try to bring information about many different states, all the states. Our biggest goal eventually is to visit all 50 states. We've only been to a handful of them. And I figure while I'm researching the states, the research that I do, I might as well share. So I make videos and post them up. This one's, I'm going to keep walking, we'll walk up. I'm going to show you guys Lucas Oil, where the Colts play. We'll go by the Indian Stadium, our minor league baseball team. That the stadium's actually kind of built into the ground. So after you walk in, got to walk down to your seats. It's pretty interesting. Look, we even have nice little falls here. Peaceful place just to kind of sit and hang out, get out of the sun for a little bit. We'll continue on down. More just buildings where people work at. Here goes another hotel, another apartment buildings and houses. We have just nice little apartments over here that go down and around. And they have where you have little bridges you can cross over, just so you can kind of see it all. Walk on both sides. We have businesses and a lot of housing, because people obviously want to enjoy this. Here goes another swan. The people down here in Indianapolis are really friendly. Here at Swans to go on the canal. Wish that's right up here too. We'll walk up and see the Marriott and see the picture that's on the front of the Marriott for the WNBA. Betting it's probably CC, Caitlin Clark. It's going to be up there. Hello. Everybody's really friendly. They'll say hi to you. They wave. It's a beautiful town, beautiful city. This is the canal. It goes pretty far. It goes to basically one side of downtown to the other. Like I said, this is all just mainly places. This is all housing. All apartments. Got the Indy Pacers up. You know it. This is my city. I've got my Indiana Pacers hat on, just so y'all know. This is our home base. But I was just walking around. Like I said, I don't know if new or not. I'm new. Haven't done a lot of YouTubing. Figured I'd try the live out. Went out and bought a mic. Hopefully you guys can hear me all right. Look like my glasses were in the way of it, so hopefully it sounds good. I guess I have to wait till I get home to check the quality, but here's where I was talking about. Look at the geese. Here's where I was talking about how the sidewalk is under construction. So right now, hey, give me some likes and some follows if you guys are feeling friendly. Down here, I guess at the very least, I get my exercise in for today. This is where you get to walk up, and now we're actually, since they're repairing the sidewalk, we're actually out over the water. If you can see that, the water goes underneath of us now. So, then we had murals over there, but of course, vandals, you know. No matter where you're at, these are just some ladies that I think they had breast cancer or something, and they died. They passed away. So, of course, other people have to ruin it by spray painting it all. As you can see, the closer we get to the building, yeah, on the front of it, when we get up here, you'll see Caitlin Clark on the front of the building. Like I said, they do that for all kinds of special events. For the races. Reggie's been up. I don't know if Reggie's been on there. It might have been after his time, but Pacers have been up there. Colts players get put up there. They do it big for like the pop cons or the comic cons that come here. Indianapolis is a big convention city. We do a lot of conventions. We're known for hosting crap ton of conventions because when you get down here, it's all really within walking distance. Like the convention center hooks up to the stadium. They're actually conjoined to each other. So you can walk around, and the convention center will take you a decently far space, decently far while you're inside in the air. So that makes it nice for people too. They get to be in the air. Sit out here sweating. This is the Eugene Glick Building Memorial. And up here we have more flowers. We have more murals. They haven't ruined this one like the other one. So yeah, and when you get down here, you can rent bikes. We've got scooters you can rent. We've got all that you can rent. You can rent scooters and bikes, and obviously the paddle boats and the gondola. We'll walk up here and show you this other nice fountain. I know, camera work's probably shaky. It's my first time doing this. I don't have nothing special. This is all being held by my hand. There's other nice little falls here. Come down to explore. I know on hot days it's a nice little place to sit at. And then this over here, we're crossing over, but you see it goes out. Down, that's the main fountain, which we'll get closer to that, but you can see on the front of this, Caitlin Clark's on there. We'll walk to get a better view of that, but that's the hotel down here. And over on this side is where you can get, like I said, you can ride bikes down here. That's what a lot of people do. I like to ride bikes down here around the canal and around downtown Indianapolis. This is the main big falls. This is the canal that people just come down and walk around. A lot of housing. This is a government building right here, Indiana State Government Building. Nice to, if you do one of those offices, at least you get a beautiful view. The city and of fountains and all that. But right here is where you can rent the paddle swans. And I have all these across this little bridge. There used to be a fire department right here. They've since moved it and got a bigger one, but there used to be a boat that could come out right on the water. Anything ever caught on fire. Little seats and benches. So these are all the different swan boats you can get. You can hear people come down with skateboard, and I can't remember if skateboarding is actually allowed down here or not, but bikes are. You imagine if bikes were allowed, skateboarding should be allowed too. You see, then it goes way down here. Over here we got another mural. Actually, here we have murals on both sides. There's a mural over here. They put a fence up on this side, probably trying to keep, I don't know if it's trying to keep people from vandalizing it or what. It looks like it's a big dragon. And we've got like the different seasons over there on that side. And then the further down you have museums down here. So this first one that's on the left, this is the Idle Museum. I've heard it said both ways. They do a lot of Native American culture there. A lot about Indians and like the West and the old like settler times. I think it's mainly just Indians. It's been a while since we've been there. Last time I went, I think I was in school, which was a long time ago. And then up here, we have, see, that's the Idle Museum. And they even last week, they had people down here in traditional Indian costumes. They were Native Americans, and they were doing their songs and doing their different things. That's the Indiana State Museum and Historical Site. That's beautiful in there. The little woolly mammoths and stuff out front. And then up here we have, I think this is, just let me go up here and look before I go and get it wrong. Soldiers, this is the World War I, just the different world wars, just for the unknown soldiers. And this is like names of World War I, where they passed away at and where they got killed, and it's the war memorial. So, peacetime service, people that have, and this is right here on the canal. Just different little things you can see here. I'm not talking about Medal of Honor and Korea Boxer Rebellion. As you can see right through here that we're still just right across the way from the Indiana State Museum. And now the woolly mammoth. Always a popular attraction with the kids to get their pictures with those woolly mammoths out there. And it just kind of keeps going around. And then we're back over here. Indiana State Museum is a nice museum, obviously, about the state of Indiana. On a hot day like this, it's a good place to go and cool off. They have these little ramps right here, too, so for like the little ducks, so they can get in and out of the canal. It's nothing to come down here and see baby ducklings with their moms. Yep. Baby ducklings down here, families down here riding. But you come down here, it's nothing special after the ducklings are born to see little ducklings running up and down those little ramps. But we're still following the canal. Canal is really a long walk. I mean, it went back the other way too. We've been almost 30 minutes just walking the canal. And like I said, it connects a lot. Connects to museums. There goes a good visual of the city. It's not, we're a small city. We're a smaller market city. We're nothing huge like New York or nothing, but keep walking. Underneath another bridge. Now we're on the long side of the canal. But it even goes. It's a beautiful spot. You're close to a lot of stuff on this canal. It conjoins a lot of stuff. A lot of other attractions in Indianapolis. It's actually a canal that runs through the middle of Indianapolis. For the most part, they keep it clean. This is the canal that it's kind of known for two things. One, when Pat McAfee played for us, he took him a nice little splash in this canal and got pulled out, and it was all over the news. And then, if you've seen a couple years ago, it was all over TikTok. There was a car after this had froze in the winter. Drunk driver mistaken it for a road and was driving on it. Luckily, nobody got serious injured. But remember the two things people seem to know about the Indianapolis Canal. Pat McAfee getting drunk and taking a dip in it and getting caught, and the car going on it a couple years ago. Let me get up here. We're going to cross this bridge. I'm going to show you. Because see, now we're on the back side of the JW Marriott. I'll go walk around to the front of it. Show you the big Caitlin Clark mural for WNBA. I'm going to walk around to the front of this up here. Like I said, I'm just new to YouTube, trying to travel different locations, see what we can see between the 50 states is like what is our main goal to try to see all of. But we also do cruises, and that's a lot of the videos that I'm posting up now, especially the shorts, are cruises that we've been on, the places we've seen. Now in about 2 years, we're going over to Rome in Italy to my kids' school, but that's still a long way away. We've got a couple more cruises that we have planned coming up, but we're just trying to show everybody the places we've been and places we've looked into and thought about going. Researching the 50 states, I like to bring ideas to families where they can take their kids to maybe, and or even just have adult weekends or whatever. This is the NFHS, some kind of sports building, but then this is the, I can walk straight. It's all part of this NCAA. This is the Hall of Champions I have here. I've never been inside there. This is the NCAA and the National Federation of State High School Association. Okay, Federation of State High School Associations. All right, seems like a lot of big words, but this is the NCAA. This is their headquarters right here on the canal. This is where it's at, and then they have their Hall of Champions, which is this big building right here. This is also on the canal. So this is the Hall of Champions, which looks like it's actually probably just closed. In case anybody's out here and wants to know the hours. Tuesday through Saturday, Sunday, noon to 5. But this is the NCAA's museum, along with their corporate headquarters. Look, you have all this. They've had shows out here, and now this is the river over here. This is White River. We'll go over and check it out real quick. And then we'll walk back towards the hotel, and we'll see the stadiums where Colts play and where the Indianapolis Indians play and where the Pacers and the Fever play. This is where the NCAA, this is their offices. Right here. I have this nice area. And they hold little festivals or farmers markets sometimes here. We'll go up here. We'll go out to this lawn, check out the river. This is a nice little place to have a picnic for families and people who want to bring their dates on, and that special time with that loved one. You can have a beautiful picnic here. And you've got this, and you've got the little steps you can go down. And then you have the river up here. Which, the river is beautiful. I wouldn't go swimming in it. Wouldn't take a boat on it. Don't know if you can trust the fish that are in it or not. I mean, I've seen people fishing in it. I don't know if you'd really eat it or not. This is White River. This is the actual river that runs on through Indianapolis too. It's not the canal. And this is separate from the canal. They have this nice little waterfall. Waterfalls seem to be the thing. Then over here, this is White River. You can see. That's a nice little scenery to look at while you can have your little picnic. Go across that bridge. It leads you over to our zoo, which I'll see what we can see when we get up there. It's a walking bridge. It leads you over to the zoo, which is another fine thing we have here downtown. But once you come down here and stay, you get to know. You can see way back in the distance over there. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. There's the fence for the back nine. It's like Top Golf, but it's back nine. Basically the same thing, just different company. You see lovely people in the park having picnics. Just hanging out. It's a beautiful Sunday. Hello. I walk up some steps, just kind of looking around. Not a lot going on today. It's Sunday. Usually events happening all the time. There's always something going on in the city. If you walk over here and look, over the bridge a little bit. Over the bridge, as you can see. And this bridge, if you follow it around, basically takes you over to the zoo, which the zoo is that right there, that building right there in the distance is the butterfly part of the zoo. They have one of those butterfly encounters. So that's part of the butterfly zoo. Well, it's the Indianapolis Zoo, but that's the butterfly exhibit part of it. We're not going to walk all the way over there. So you look over here, and this is Whitewater. They have a concert venue down here, which is that's right over there. They have concerts down here, and main people come down here. It's not our biggest one. Our biggest concert area is Deer Creek, which is up north. Well, it's not called Deer Creek no more. Us people from Indiana, we call it Deer Creek. It's Clips, I think it is now. I don't know. We all know it is Deer Creek. But that's our nice outdoor concert going area where we have a lot of all the big name concerts come to Indianapolis. We are a big enough city to have all the major concert people come here. Heck, even last year, Morgan Wallen started his concert tour here. His world tour that he started last year. He did 2 shows here. Look, there's people riding little carts. Look, he was mean mugging me. I don't know what that was about. Homeboy. Indianapolis, here goes the water company. This is all right here, just the canal's just right there. We haven't even walked that far away from the canal. The canal in Indianapolis, basically downtown, connects a lot of stuff. Come down here and stay. You can walk around the canal and find all kinds of attractions and stuff to do. Museums, just a nice little walk. There's paddle boats. We'll go back to the canal here in a minute. You can even rent carts to do and ride around the town. This is the other concert venue I was talking about. That's the awning, so it faces the other way. You can't really see a lot over there. Obviously, it's a concert, so they're going to concert hall or a concert place, so they're not going to let you see a lot of it. I want you to see it for free. But I have a lot of events and stuff there too. But it's nice because it's right there on the water. If you walk over here, we are back over to the canal that we were walking, which is right here. Now this is basically the end of the canal on this side. But it took us about a half an hour to walk it, and that wasn't even the whole thing. We didn't even do part of it. But now we're on the front side of out of Oregon Indiana State Museum, which you can walk over there and see that stuff. We got this nice little statue thing here. Art. I guess they call that art. We'll go around and look at the front of that hotel. It's got Caitlin Clark on it for the WNBA since we're in Indianapolis. But we're just touring the city, showing you what it's like. We're a travel YouTube channel trying to get off the ground, so I'm just kind of trying this live thing. And as you can see, up over here, this, usually people reach it from the back side, but you can pull up here and there's parking underneath. This is what the front of the Indiana State Museum looks like. And then over here, we've got the hotel, which I know you can't really see because of the trees in the way. And then that's the Idle Jordan Museum right there. That's the Native American Museum we have here in Indianapolis. It's got a bunch of Native American artifacts and history and all that in there. But as you come around the front of this building here in a minute, of the courtyard, we all have the Marriott up here. That big one. We'll see, right now they have the Caitlin Clark mural up. And they change it. It's only going to be up for a week or two, and then they put the next event or next sporting event. They have the Colts on there. They had the Pacers on there. When the 500 comes into town, or the 400 races. Here goes a good view of our city. We're not the biggest city. We're definitely not in New York or even a Chicago or nothing like that. But we get it done. Here goes the Fairfield Inn. Goes another hotel right here. That's connected right up to where the canal is. The canal is right over there to the left, right on the other side of those trees. Here goes the, that in front of us are Indiana State government buildings. Idle Jordan's a good museum to visit. Good place to take the kids and learn some history. There's all kinds of interactive attractions in there to do and sites. When we get up to this street, you can see the side of it. It says, "The floor is ours." And they come out here and they change it pretty regularly. Right? That's the other Marriott before they put the big one in. Nice little deers here. Hello. And everybody's friendly. People like to say hi. I know we have the WNBA All-Star game coming, so that's what that's about too. You know, the floor is ours, and then if you go around the front side here, you can see the, I have to get the big, that's Caitlin Clark on the front. Let's cross over. We'll see it from the other side. Road's a little bumpy there. Sorry, guys. And as we cross over the street, all right, and we're almost there. And we look from this side, you can see from downtown in my town, the floor is ours. Caitlin Clark. Can walk over here. We got the walkaway. I know the WNBA game's coming here the next week or two or something. I know. I'm not quite sure when it is. But they have the city. They have it really done up for that. We go all out. We're a big convention state. Big convention city. Because everything's nice and close together. People probably figure, oh, it's Indianapolis, but they got a lot of attractions, and they're all within walking distance. You can come down here, unless you're going to the other side of downtown. You don't want to walk. You might have to catch a cab or something, but most stuff is within walking distance. And this is Let Her Cook. This is Gatorade is something they put up for the WNBA All-Star. We'll go over here, we'll cross the street again, because that right there on the corner is our Indianapolis Indians AAA team baseball team. We'll go over and we'll get a look at their stadium. It's a nice stadium. I mean, it's actually built down into the ground in a way. I've not been to a lot of stadiums, so maybe they're all built that way because they're baseball. But we'll walk over here. And you can look through the fence at least and see what it looks like. Victory Field. Right there for the Indians. We got a train passing in the background. Chugga chugga train. And then right here is the convention center. So it's right there. It's connected to everything. Okay, so you can cross. Let's cross. Now we'll go over here and check out the Indianapolis Indians Stadium. You can see in the distance there goes that concert venue I was telling you about earlier. The one that's right there on the water. That's that. Make sure the light's coming. That's Whitewater State Park down there. But this is our stadium. And you can get you a seat over there, obviously. But you can also stay on this side and stay in the lawn. It's cheaper. You bring a blanket. You got a chance of catching any home run balls. I'll go over this way a little bit so you can see a little bit more of it. I'm thinking it's looking like they're setting up. They might have a game tonight. I'm not sure who they're playing, but it's a nice for a AAA stadium. You know, so the Indians play. Nice little baseball stadium. Down there's the Whitewater State Park. It's downtown and the whole concerts there. It's a big music venue. But now if we walk this way, we'll go down here, we'll see Convention Center. Actually, we'll walk up a little bit and you can see some of the Lucas Oil Stadium where Colts play at. Then we can walk down the way and get a better view, but this is more of like the backside of Lucas Oil. Actually, it's just right there. You can see it there in the distance. Then some smokestacks from the electric company. But that's it at the top right there. But we'll walk around this way and get to see it. Here goes the other side for the WNBA again. We hold a lot of conventions here in Indy. Yeah, it looks like they're going to have game tonight for the Indians.
There's a lot of guys that nobody comes up.
Go ahead and let them all go. Light done changed. I ain't trying to get ran over today. We're right here goes another picture, another look at the Caitlin Clark mural up on the hotel. Just last cargo. This is my first time going live. Maybe next time. One of these times we can go live from like Disney World or something. That's a pipe dream right now. Put that in the back wallet and hold it for when we get some money. But right now, this is Indianapolis. This is our city. We're a travel YouTube page that's just trying to get off the ground, showing families fun places to go to visit for if you have a couple of days off of school, you know, the spring breaks, the summer breaks, winter breaks, or even if you're just on a staycation and you want to know some different places in your town that you may not have known about, or different places in your city or your state even. Try to make videos that share that kind of information so that it helps families out. I know as a family, I have a wife and 2 kids. A lot of the times we just don't know what to do. We don't know where to go, what these cities have, what cities don't have, what different states have and don't have. And well, the dream is just to show people what this great United States has, what you can do in different states, different cities. You know, go out and explore. I'm 44, I've spent 20 years in warehouses working, and now that my kids are older, they're still in high school, but now they're getting older, kind of ready to get out. You know, even explore a little bit more. We've explored a lot with kids when we were younger, but with everything going on, it was hard to make videos. But now that I'm older and kids are older, they're out doing more of their own things. This is what I've decided to do for now. Walk cities. We were just the host of, here in Indianapolis, of the Royal Rumble. I do know we have a SummerSlam and a WrestleMania coming here. I went to that Royal Rumble, and yes, do have to say it was quite awesome. I had fun at the Royal Rumble. I don't watch wrestling that much anymore, but when you have a Royal Rumble to watch live, it becomes a little more interesting. And we are coming up here, Circle Center Mall, which, to be quite frank, has gone downhill. It's not what it used to be. It's not what it once was, that's for sure. Yeah, here goes our state capitol building. It's being worked on right now. Refurbishment. It's not as big a city as New York or Chicago, but it's our city. We're walking up here, we're about to see the stadium. Lucas Oil, where the Colts play. Now we're getting into more of kind of where the bars and stuff are. Now we're getting more into the eateries, food venues. We walk down here. This is more the convention center. Beautiful church. More stuff. They're really putting a lot of stuff up for the WNBA, considering the All-Star game is coming here. Something must be going on down here. All of a sudden, we ran into a lot of fanboys. I don't know what. Black Expo is coming, Indiana Black Expo. It's another big event we hold every year. There's some church. We got a lot of construction going on. A lot of construction. Must be having some kind of expo going down here. Yeah, we hold a lot of expos. So go walk in and see what it is. Let's see.
Alright, I'll be there.
I don't know what's going on here. We'll find out. Let's see what it is. Look at it. I think that dude just farted. Looking at the different things. It's got to be like, must be some kind of like card playing convention or something, I would say. Everybody's got their books of cards. Yeah. Looks like it's UJO Gamer convention going on in there. Must be one of their big tournaments going on here. We'll walk back down this way. Look at all this construction going on. Can't go down. Yikes. Oh, this sidewalk's open. Well, they have all this tore up for it. It used to be a nice little path, a walkway you could walk through. I don't know if they're doing it better. Probably. There's always something under construction in this city. But we're walking up here. That building's new. New. It's probably where all this is under construction. a pretty neat little building when it's going to be constructed and done. Indiana's slowly coming up. Indianapolis. Now we're in more of the R district. Here's a pretty famous place, Harry and Izzy's. You come to Indianapolis, that's a place to try. Circle Center used to be a very big mall, but it's kind of died out. Here goes all the St. Elmo's and the Social Cantina. And you got, what's this up here? You got the race on, Tom's. Nice little sports bar. Are those the Arts Garden Circle Center? See how my happiness is. Tom's Watch Bar. That's newer. But I'm gonna walk over here towards, which I think we've actually passed the stadium. But with all this construction, it's kind of hard to get to where we're going. Be done.